Hi everyone, this is Marvel Watch, and my name is Kane. In about 10 days, the next Marvel project will be released on Disney+, Ms. Marvel. I just want to hang out and talk a bit about the series, but also Thor Love and Thunder and She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. So the 3 upcoming Marvel releases. What to expect, things I hope to see, and stuff I can do without. If that's your cuppa, as they say, like and subscribe. There will be more where this is coming from. So, Ms. Marvel. We've been waiting a long time for this series, as it was supposed to release late last year, but got pushed back, probably because of the CGI. Even so, this is possibly the one thing fans have been most vocal about, because her powers in the show don't equal her powers in the comics. Her whole backstory seems to have been changed, as in the comics, she's an Inhuman whose powers were triggered by a Terrigen bomb. As we've already seen in the trailers in the new Disney Plus series, she gets her powers from a couple of bracelets. Some fans have speculated that Marvel changed this because the powers are too similar to Reed Richards. This is possibly true, but I can't find fault with the way her powers look. That's mainly because I'm not a comic fan, so I'm basically meeting Kamala Khan for the first time. Well, outside of some games at least. The show has a younger hero and seems to be targeted at a younger audience as well. But it looks like a lot of fun with a charming lead in Iman Vellani. The first reactions to early streamers of the first 2 episodes have been mostly positive, and I find myself more enthusiastic as well with the latest looks from trailers and featurettes. What I'm really eager to see, besides the teenage girl finding her self-origin story, is what those government people we've seen in the first trailer are all about. If I had to guess, I'd say they are working for the GRC, the Global Repatriation Council, as we've come to know them from The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. They seem like a sort of anti-shield who may want to imprison superpowered individuals or else have them work for them, kinda like Amanda Waller from over at DC. They may even be the same people who put Emil Blonsky in a box, and Val might be working for or with them. That would tie up some strings. It's all speculation though. For now, we only know that we are getting a teenage hero who has things happen to her that go beyond the everyday terror of being a teenager. I'll be talking a little more about Ms. Marvel next week, before we can dive into it on June 8th. I've already talked about Thor Love and Thunder in my video about its official trailer this week. The link to that should be up there somewhere now. The movie's gonna be a blast from the look of it, but it might also become a bittersweet ending to our favorite himbo god. We don't know what will happen at the end of it, but it might very well be the end of the Thor movies with Chris Hemsworth. And I'm not saying that I believe Natalie Portman will pick up the hammer in an additional Thor solo movie. The film's villain is called Gore the God Butcher, and maybe we should take our clue from this. Thor had kind of a complicated run. He wasn't everyone's cup of tea back in the days when he talked like a Shakespearean, and the second movie story didn't make him many friends. Only when Taika Waititi took over the reins for Thor Ragnarok did people see the potential of a very camp, very colourful Thor who made a lot of jokes. Not everyone liked the jokes, but the campiness seems to stay if the new trailer is any indication, and the colours are only getting dimmed by the villain. And isn't that kind of the point of a villain, dimming the hero's shine? Anyway, I think we are going to get a great 4th Thor movie out of this, no matter what will happen with the character in the future. Not that I'm a great guesser, but if it were up to me, I'd have Thor retire as King of Asgard with Jane by his side, and then have Valkyrie go out and have adventures, with her queen, Lady Sif. That's my headcanon anyway. Where would you like the story to go? Tell me in the comments below. Now, last and also kind of least is She-Hulk, which comes out in August with 9 episodes that will probably have a runtime of about half an hour, like WandaVision and What If before it. Why least, you might ask? Well, I'm not really thrilled about the look of She-Hulk herself, and that dims my enthusiasm for the show considerably. I'm super on board with the whole legal comedy thing. I love legal shows, always have, reaching back to the days when I was too young to watch LA Law, but still sneaked a peek at some episodes. I was thinking about becoming a lawyer myself before the dry reality of learning about paragraphs hit me. Still, that side of the show is intriguing to me. I'm also very curious as to the heroes and villains Jennifer Waters might defend. The other side to this show is Jennifer Waters being She-Hulk, a kind of horny She-Hulk as it seems, and a very thin and seriously under-muscled She-Hulk. The most dominant trait of the Hulk was always his bulk, right before his inarticulateness. He's massive. He has to be with all the smashing he's doing. And that didn't change when Banner decided to converge his 2 selves. Smart Hulk is still bulky. She-Hulk isn't. She barely has any muscles. I actually thought her legs might break from that jump she did with Hulk, because there were seemingly no muscles to protect her bones, or even to propel her so far into the air. It's ludicrous, and the interwebs took little time to point that out. However, Marvel will probably not change that. They might still work on some of the blotchier CGI and the coloring, but it's a little late in the game to make significant changes to her looks. And from what the rumors are, Marvel was very decided in what they wanted She-Hulk to look like. They wanted her this thin. What this does with the body-positive message they might be going for, or even with a sex-positive message, is apparent. You don't need them when the body you are presenting is already everything a possible sex partner might want. But that's all just conjecture until the show comes out and we see what Marvel has done with it. I'm still not super hyped though, and that's on Marvel and its less than stellar track record of female representation. Those are the 3 upcoming projects we'll see in the coming month from Marvel Studios and also Disney+. What do you look forward to the most or the least? Are you going to watch it all? Tell me in the comments below, and if you want to watch more videos like this, you only have to subscribe to my channel. Completely free. As always, be safe and watch Marvel.